Hey seller, if you're looking to move and you're feeling a little bit nervous about putting your home on the market, here are some questions you need to ask yourself and really think about. Number one, is it a good time to move right now? Well, I hear these questions a lot, and I do get sellers that ask me these questions. And I always say it's really depend. Depend on what? It depend on your situation. If you got a job offer in another state, guess what? You're gonna need to move, right? Unless it is a fully remote job. If you're retiring or you're downsizing, you want to be in Florida where the weather is nice and it's great for retiree, right? If you're gonna be moving there, you're going to be moving. What are you going to do with this home? Are you going to rent it out? Or are you going to give it to your children, that is, if they want it? Or do you want to cash out from that home and use that as your retirement bank account? It's very much dependent on each person's situation. Do you have to sell is really the question, not if it is a good time to sell. Is do you have to sell and do you need to sell? If you need to sell, you need this fund in order for you to make your move, then now is always a good time, right? But if you don't need to, you say, I can buy the next home without selling this home, or I can rent this out. In the meantime, I'm okay with dealing with tenant, things like that, and hold on to it. There's really, I feel, if you are a homeowner here in the Bay Area, it is always a benefit to hold on to the home. If you're in other places or even outside the Bay Area, that's a whole nother and that's a whole nother thing. I can't answer to that. But here in the Bay Area, we typically see 7 to 15% in home appreciation value. So guys, if you buy $1 million home in 10 years, easily that home will be $2 million. I would say if you don't have to sell, don't. Just keep hold on to the home. But if you do need to sell, right, then make sure you work with a strong agent who know what they're doing, who can be able to guide you through the process to get you the highest and best price and in the smoothest possible process. Because right now, buyers are picky and we are seeing less demand. Right? We don't have as many buyers on the market, and the buyer who are on the market is definitely a lot more choosy, and they're not as willing to pay the high price that they used to. Naturally so, I mean, considering the interest rate that they have to pay right now. Ask yourself, will I be able to find a home that I like in the new place or wherever you're moving to? Really, I think with these questions, the answer I think is really going to be yes, if you know what you're looking for. If you know the neighborhood that you like, if you know the type of home that you like, if you know exactly what you want in a new home. And then the other thing is if you have a realistic budget, because I have definitely had clients in the past where they want this much house for this little price. It doesn't really work that way. And even though we are in a buyer market, you can definitely get away with a little more, but look, at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. So also have the right expectation, guys. Don't ask for this and want to pay this. Last and not least is buyer still buying, right? And I can say that in any market, there's always buyers and there are always sellers. It's just a matter of how many are on the market at that same time. And that's what determined supply and demand, right? Right now, we have a very good, strong inventory, and our demand is not as strong as it was before. So naturally, you're going to see a little bit of a weaker market for seller and a stronger market for buyer. But there will always be buyers and there will always be sellers. So you got to look at your situation and see, hey, do I need to sell? Is it going to be beneficial for me to sell or not? That is really the question you got to ask yourself. Thank you for watching, and make sure to click the like and subscribe button so you get notified the next time we have a new video.